That was fun. I'm like really happy that I just did that. I'm happy with how that all turned out. Alright. Whoop. This is the best sequel ever made, in my opinion. And I don't mean that in the sense that it's like, because there are a lot of games where the first game is kind of shrug, and then the sequel is the game that defined it. Like Street Fighter 2, decent example. But this is like the first game, in my opinion, is fantastic. I probably won't be doing any. I've got a Hakan one I should be doing. A lot of people ask for Hakan. I actually know quite a lot about Hakan, or at least more than the everyman. But I'm worried that I don't know near as much as like a good Hakan player. Which is problematic. Look at all these words. I don't have time for this. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. RIP fucking pacifist run. We go hard in this game. A pacifist run in this game would be almost impossible. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. I need to not die. Honda? Have I done Honda before? Honda's pretty simple. I could do Honda, I know enough about the character. I'm Rashid of the turbulent memes. These primitive sound effects. What's funny is this game actually has really good music, but it only works on super fucking old sound cards. It doesn't work on modern sound cards. Honda would be good. You only need 2 spaces to jump across a cliff in this game. I could do an all potions run of this game. That's the run I normally do. There are more potions than there is maximum health. In fact, there's technically an infinite number of potions. That spot right there is a checkpoint, which is good because you need to make a very precise jump. Whoopa! I made it. This music is so shitty. It's a shame because it actually has really crazy sound effects and music, but I can't get that shit working. You need like an actual computer from fucking like a Windows 95. Windows XP and onward didn't have DOS installed onto it. Yeah, words. This game actually has cutscenes and story and shit. The maps are much more beautifully designed too. This is the smallest level in the game. Actually the second smallest. Level 2. There's only 3 maps in all of level 2. I will not be visiting the one on the right because there's literally nothing on it. I just beat level 2. Here's where the anti-piracy check is, except I've got a version that's more modern than the one I used to play, and thus it has no anti-piracy check. There's a skelly bro. Here are some traps, which I will avoid. There's a door with a very funky sound effect. I might program a macro to do Honda hands before I start. Because I can do jab into hard hands pretty reliably, but I have a very hard time getting EX hands out reliably. So I might just have a macro to like have hands at the ready for recording purposes. There's spikes on a wall. That wasn't in the last game at all. These doors can crush you. I think these are the only doors in the game that can crush you, because they're actually wide. There's a pool of lava. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't in the previous game. There's improved mechanics. You can pull your sword out without an enemy being nearby, which you didn't used to be able to do. There are now 2 buttons instead of 1. So instead of the everything plus sword button, there is now the everything but sword button and the sword button. And there are some secret mechanics too. I shouldn't call them secret, but some neat things you can do. For example, you can turn around. That's important because you'll be fighting enemies from multiple sides in some levels. There's an exit to the right there, but I'm actually going to go to the left, even though it's kind of harder, just because there's a health potion. That's the slide method, Shrek. That can actually be reliable if you practice it. Die, Skelly. Fortunately, Honda jab into any version of hands is usually okay, but you definitely want hard most of the time. Also, Honda's a fat. I think I actually hear it, Mezugon. This game has a time limit too, but it doesn't actually start until level 5. But if you die on level 4, it'll start on level 4. This jump is very precise. It's also kind of gay. Like I feel like it's super inconsistent. Oh fuck. It's definitely inconsistent. I'm going to be doing something like that. Oh fuck. Go, Prince, go. Go, 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 go. Aw. If I didn't freeze out of fear. The anti-piracy check was immediately before level 3. It made you check the game's manual for codes that were written on the bottom. Or rather, symbols that were on the bottom. There's quite a lot of graphic deaths in Prince of Persia. It's kind of like a proto-Tomb Raider. In a way. I don't think that was a good way to avoid that. I swear I mess up that jump I just messed up like once per run. Sometimes several times per run. And it's annoying because it's right at the end of a long level with no save points. I don't need that shit. Go away, Skelly. Okay, I actually despawned him by running fast enough. That's good because I was really bad in this little room. That path to the right here is actually really cool, but I never ever go there. It's a neat little exit to the level. The other exit to the level is extremely boring. This is absolutely the longest way you can get through the level. There's a left exit and a right exit. You can get to the left exit immediately by going left at the side level. You can get to the right exit slowly by going the way I went. On my way, Skelly. You know, I might die there. Let's just kill him. I'm pretty sure I don't need to do any more, like, fighting for the rest of the level. I better not die to that trap. That would be retarded. Yeah, there's a health potion left, but I shouldn't need it. Actually, you cannot get that health potion. You will die. There's no way back up. Look before you leap, etc. I don't know why it's there. Weird little gimmick. You might be able to go up here. I feel like you can. And then there's like a little secret alcove with a health potion in it. No, apparently not. Skeleton puns related to Persia? Good fucking luck. Alright, let's do this. Leroy Jang! Oh, fuck. I started holding up too late. You've got several frames to do it. I'm gonna be here for like the whole... I'm gonna be here on this level a while. Why did I already say to do fucking... The absolute fastest run you can do is actually like 0 health potions and get every single health potion in the final level. Believe it or not. That jump is really weird. I can get like nearly every jump I go for, but that one I always do it too early or too late, and it's a pretty wide window, so I don't know, like, I actually started holding up like pretty long before I hit the edge, and I still failed to even start a jump animation. It's just kind of wonky in that one little stretch. I don't know if it's lag or what. Nice and safe. god, he's alive. He actually didn't despawn that time, despite the fact that he never actually spawned until I left the map. Very strange. Alright, I'm confident that this time is the run. There's a jump in level 11 that I always fuck up too. And there's like a relatively consistent way of getting it. And it's immediately before the checkpoint, so I hate it. It's like my least favorite jump. Level 11's a really big level too. There's certain things about this game that just make me like... There's just a couple spots that just suck. Also, there's a glitch in this version of the game where if you do the entire game in one sitting, the game freezes. I should have mentioned that. It's after level 4. If you do level 4 and then do level 9, the animation of picking up the sword will freeze the game. And you need to close the game and reopen it before doing level 9, which isn't that problematic because there is a save feature. But there's no way to bypass the room that freezes the game in level 4. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, where were we? I think we were about to beat the level. I think we were about to play Prince of Persia. Fortunately, the time limit hasn't started yet, so I've still got time. Alright, there's 2 ways down this level. There's an easy way and a hard way. The hard way is to my right. The easy way is right there. It's a false low potion, so you can just fall straight down. The level is very, very tall. But if you fall straight down, there's a health upgrade that you never get. And I want it, so you know. Potions and shit. There's a path on the left side you can go down too. I haven't been down it in a long fucking time, so I honestly don't even remember what's there. Here's the health potion. Down that little area to the... Oh fuck. Yeah, that's gonna fuck my chances really bad. Let's just do a running jump. That'll make it really easy. Anyway, you think you can escape, but you can't if you like let that right door shut on you. The down there only leads to like a pit of fire and death and sadness. That's the only health upgrade in this level. There's a way to avoid that. I didn't do it. There's actually 2 ways to avoid it. But I've got the health to spare. Unavoidable damage. More unavoidable damage. Oh, I need that health potion. This part's kind of fun. It's very cleverly put together. There's a little bit more emphasis on cinematic shit in the sequel, which I appreciated. These games are excellent at storytelling because most of the storytelling happens through the game's actions rather than the like any actual cutscenes, although this game does feature cutscenes. The original game was a little better at it than this one is, but also the original game had less storytelling overall. There's really kick-ass music that you can't hear anymore, I don't think, unless you have like a really old computer or a really old sound card when these skeletons are chasing you. Later, skellies. And let's let them come along. Time limit just started. Prince, your bride is dying. You have 75 minutes in this game. There's a door to the left side. When I was a kid I used to think it didn't go anywhere, but now I realize there's a very subtle little secret regarding that door. This is a fucking scary area. You got a skelly you need to fight, and he's got a pit of fire to his back, and you've got a fucking spike wall to your back. And I failed to kill the skelly, and that's really bad, so I'm gonna actually wait for him to respawn. If I don't kill that Skelly now, he's going to be a problem later. Skellies take a little minute to respawn. There he goes. There we go. There's several ways to this room, which is cool because you need to go through it several times. That's one of them. Alright, right here. You can break these two blocks, and the right one is actually tied to a door. And you can tell because you can hear the door opening. So that's your clue that you just opened a random door. And you can backtrack to the start of the level. This is one of two levels in the game that has more than one health upgrade in it. The other one is level 3, which I've already done. This level actually has checkpoints, it has 2 of them. Ow. This is a very missable health potion, not only because you'd never figure out to look there, but also because there's a broken tile above it and you can crush it, which kind of sucks. There's a button to open that door, and that's really strange. Because that door literally cannot, like, the only way to open that door is to hit a button that permanently opens it. I think you can go up here, can't you? No. So this button literally cannot do anything. Kind of interesting. Interesting button right there. If you do a running jump from this spot, you'll land right into the lava, which is pretty funny looking. There should be an animation where if you kill a Skelly in the lava and then get too close to it, like the Skelly will reach out and kill you. Remember that secret animation from Resident Evil 4? This room is very cool coming up. There is a carpet in it. If you've seen Aladdin, you know exactly what that carpet is going to do. If you just get on it right now, it will fly up towards the grate and flatten against the grate, and then a bloodstain will appear in the bottom of the carpet. I guess implying that the prince was crushed, and it will be game over and I'll have to start the level again. It's a pretty cool death animation, and I'll try and show it off later. Right now I would just get sent back too far and it would be inconvenient. But I'll have a chance in a minute. A potion. Unavoidable damage. Another potion. If that Skelly was alive, I would be fucked. If that brick broke, I would be moderately fucked. The animations in this game are just really beautiful. Dropping that brick does nothing. The designs of the levels in this game are very strange. There's like no rhyme or reason to them. I've died in this map before, which is really frustrating because the checkpoint is just down there. So I like to take it real careful. That's the checkpoint. So now if I die, I'll come back here. This one's a little later. This one's like 91 or 92. For whatever reason, a lot of people cream themselves over Prince of Persia 1 and kind of ignore Prince of Persia 2. Which I think is criminal because I think Prince of Persia 2 kind of improved in nearly every element. It was a more fluid game, it had better music, believe me. It had like more to do, it had more varied areas, there were enemies that weren't human. In fact, there are very few human enemies in this game. It's a little bit poorly designed. Previous Prince of Persia has already jumped through here. You cannot make a running jump here, so you can't make it without doing that slow jump. And then, I don't think you can get through here. But fortunately, you can break this little block. And that reopens the door. I destroy the dart shooter. Hitting this button does nothing because the dart shooter is already destroyed. Actually, there's a Prince of Persia 3. Sands of Time was 4. A lot of people, like, no one knows about 3. It was a PC game called Prince of Persia 3D, and it was also on Dreamcast, known as Prince of Persia Arabian Nights. Here's this next checkpoint. here's the skeleton bridge. There's really kick-ass music here. Basically, every time you, like, I just opened the door. It's an on-off switch. It's like the only on-off switch in the game. Every time I put my sword away, the skeleton will run over and shut the door before I can make it. I actually got really close that time. So, the skeleton is trying to prevent you from passing, and you're trying to fucking open the door and get out. And it's a fucking super cool map. And a super cool little puzzle. Oh fuck. And after you take too long, the bridge will actually collapse. I didn't realize it was that short though. And what you're supposed to do is fight him and allow the bridge to collapse from a very specific spot. That spot is like right here. Maybe it's like one little... Wow. And then if you hold to the left and then hold the grab button, you'll actually do an animation that's only in that one spot in the game, where you turn around and grab the ledge, but you drop your sword, and now the sword button does nothing. You could figure that on your own, but it would take a very long time. I'm actually going to show off the animation here because it's kind of cool and I haven't seen it in forever. This is what happens if you get on the carpet before opening. Gee, I sure thought that through. Whoa, a runtime error. I did not expect that. Integer divide by 0. Okay. Let me reopen DOSBox. I had to restart the game anyway, because like I did level 4, but what the fuck. Is that being picked up? Yeah, rather nicely. Mount, C colon backslash, C colon backslash, CD prints2 .exe. Alright, fortunately I have some save games. Alt L, I think. Alright, we got one for level 6, that's convenient. Basically what happens at the end of level 5 is you ride the carpet and it takes you to an ancient temple. And here I am outside the ancient temple. Ta-da. This is where the carpet takes you. If you fell off here, there's a really funny sound effect of like the prince like screaming as he falls down. I guess it's not funny at all. I thought it was funny when I was a kid. But you're just supposed to run in. And this version of the game I have is glitched, and actually that door stays open, but it's supposed to close. And it counts as beating the level. So you can just, in this version of the game, you can just beat the level. Like super easily. There's a hidden pressure plate that closes that gate. But I want to get all the health upgrades, so I'm gonna, you know. There is a tiny piddly broken sword. If you recall, I actually just lost my sword. This one is much shorter than the one you start with, and it's also rusty and shitty. It does half damage instead of full damage. So, hooray. You spend the next large chunk of the game with this shitty broken sword. It's actually a very cool mechanic. This is also a very cool mechanic. It's the floating head enemy. It's kind of hard, I guess. You can actually parry it. Parrying is a faster way to do damage to it, and it does the same amount of damage. A lot of people don't know you can parry them. In fact, there's a range where you should parry it or you should attack it based on the distance it goes away. And that helps to fight it quite a lot. The animations in this level are quite beautiful. All the maps are just amazing. I get like all like choked up whenever I see some of the maps in this game. This game is super nostalgic to me. I didn't mention in this, like, I mentioned right when I started trying to stream, but then my internet crashed. But this is actually the first... Prince of Persia 1 is the first video game I ever played. And the second video game I ever played was Myst, and the third video game I ever played is this game. So these games, like, I've been playing these games since I was like 4 or 5 years old. I've beaten this game more times than I can count. Oh, later, Yoma. So this is like a super, super nostalgic game to me. I have a lot of feelings tied to this game. Here is a very tall climb that you have to do. I feel like I can't even, like, I don't even have any opinions about this game anymore because it's just been so long. Like, I've just, like, it's just, like I've already thought everything I'm ever gonna think about it. I just think it's, like, a great game. I go back and replay it every now and then. Haven't played it in a while. It's... Alright, so this is a really weird little thing. Down here, there's a little, like, area you can go into. There's some very strange potions and also a serpent. It's the first time in the game encountering the serpent. The serpent kills you in one hit. It's actually the most dangerous enemy in the game. I killed it. Anyway, I want to get that guy out of the way as soon as possible. In this little room, there are two extremely strange potions. One of which is that green potion, and the other of which is that purple potion. Extremely strange. Let's drink the green one. Hey, remember this effect? From the first game? I don't remember if this one just poisons you or if it reverses it. It reverses it. You can quite easily beat the level with the upside down going, but it'll just fix. Two different exits to this level, and they'll take you to different parts of this level 7. The right path is generously easier. Last time I played this game I took the left path. They're both kind of difficult. Actually very easy, and they meet up really quickly, but both of them have an area with a health upgrade that's incredibly hard. And the left path is nearly impossible, borderline buggy. So there is one health upgrade that you cannot get in this game. And it's whatever one for the path you didn't take. So I'm just boned on the left path's health upgrade. But again, there's more health upgrades than there is maximum health. So, you know. This is an introduction of a new tile. It falls immediately without wobbling. These heads get really aggressive by this stage in the game. This one actually has quite a lot of health. This head is one of the more aggressive heads you fight for a long time. It will take multiple bites out of you every single time it gets in. It'll be like a random number between 2 and 4. I killed it rather easily. I normally take a shit ton of damage fighting those two. I did pretty well this time. Bum 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 bum. This gate closes, and there's no way to open it besides that button I just hit, so that's what prevents the left path from going over here. And there's a similar gate on the other side. There's a rather graphic animation if you die to one of those. There's one near the start of one of the levels, so I'll just do that. Show off the animation. If you turn this guy around, you can hit him into the wall behind you, which is an instant kill. Hitting a head against a wall just instantly just destroys it. Their death animations are cool as fuck. Oh yeah, that symbol on the wall. I didn't actually mention that yet. This game has a to be continued ending, sort of. And the last appearance is like of a witch with that symbol on her body. I think on her forehead or something. Or her hand, I forget. And I was like, who the fuck is that when I was a kid? And I never really realized until recently, but that symbol that she has is the same as the symbol of this temple. So she must be related to this temple. Unfortunately, they never revisit it. Prince of Persia 3D had nothing to do with this game. And Prince of Persia Sense of Time started a completely new series. So basically, you know, they never actually did anything with that idea. Which is a shame because it was kind of cool. RIP that health potion. Level 11 is really cool, and I'm kind of dreading getting there because it's like the really cool part doesn't start until don't kill me. until you make it through the really hard part. I used to think this is borderline impossible, but actually it's quite easy. In fact, there's a way to do it really quickly, but I didn't do it. Also, it's worth noting that these heads, some of them have long hair and some of them have short hair. I think that's kind of cute and a nice attention to detail. In the manual for this game, there's a really badass picture of the floating heads. They look really scary. I always wondered what the fuck's over there, but you can't get over there. It's probably nothing. There's a long-haired head. It's the little things that make a game, you know what I mean? There's a serpent. You can actually go over there, and there's a way down here, but you can just fall down here, and that's one of the ways you can get here. The other way is actually very cryptic. Hold on, let me see if I can go over. Yeah, that hole in the wall, if you go over the top, there's just a wall. You can't see those holes from the other side, so you just have to kind of crouch into a wall. I forget the hint, but there is a hint. Oh, this is a trick. I forgot about this. The top path has instantly falling tiles, so you'll try and run across it, and then you'll just fall into the blade trap and die. The top path is just there to tempt you. But you're supposed to crawl. Crawling is a new mechanic. The game never tells you how to do it. You can only do it near blade traps. The input is extremely intuitive. It's just hold down and hold forward. Everything you can figure out in this game, which I appreciate. Especially because there's one thing in this game that's like impossible to figure out, and I don't know how you're supposed to figure it out. It's kind of poorly designed in my opinion. Which is a shame. Oh yeah, let me show you what happens when a snake bites you. You just die. Repeat what? There's a little bit of stuff you can bypass here by going through like this. You don't have to open this door, it just stays open on its own. Here, you can kill this head by bumping it against the wall. Ta-da. It even says in the manual that you can kill them like that, so it's not like a bug or anything. This is redesigned from when I used to play it as a kid. They like redid this room. It's actually kind of a clever redesign. You can crawl through here. That gate closes behind you, which is kind of a problem, I suppose. Hello, floating head. It's hard to not take a bunch of damage here. I did the best I've ever done at getting into this room without taking damage. You can actually wait until it's really close to the wall, and then, like, walk in, and then it'll get like 6 free damage on you, but then you'll like be able to attack it and bump into the wall immediately, and it'll just die immediately. And then you can grab the health potion, which restores your health, so you know. Anyway, right here you can bone yourself and lock yourself out, but you can actually hit the ceiling and drop that tile onto the pressure plate, which is kind of cool and clever. And the initial design of this room in the older version that I had, the tile that dropped onto that was on this floor right here that I'm climbing up to, so you couldn't actually shake it. I think these wobble. So if you let that door close, you were fucked. You had to drop the tile on it in advance. If you drop a tile on a plate, it'll stay open forever. I've got a lot of health. In fact, I'm pretty sure I already have the maximum health. Those two snakes are probably having sex right now. This is a problematic room. Fortunately, this is a real ground floor. That went pretty well. Kind of hard to get this head's attention. See shit like that happens. If it's in a specific spot, it can see you. Come on, you bastard. Come on. You can just climb up there and fight it, but it's kind of obnoxious because of shit like that. Okay, it followed me down. and then it fucked me up pretty good. Fortunately, there's a checkpoint immediately after this head, which is good because I'm doing really badly for health. This is the room where the game crashes if you previously did the skeleton chase in level 4, which is unavoidable. What head animation? What about it? What do you want me to do with it? Oh, you mean you want me to get like a spinning floating head just like down to the bottom of the stream? That'd be really cool, but I've never ripped a sprite before and it sounds hard. You alone were spared, my son. I am the son of the king. And that's the queen. And that's my father's sword. I'm pretty much ready to be a badass. Getting your father's sword makes you a badass in video games. Pretty much ready to be a badass. So, your dinky little broken sword is now gone. Oh, you restore some health but not all. Thanks, game. And now you have your dad's sword, which is actually completely identical to the sword you start with, which is kind of underwhelming. But now you get to fight floating heads with a sword that's not broken, which you didn't previously get to do before. Which you appreciate immediately because you have to fight like 12 of them. And it's just fucking, it's refreshing how fast they die. You don't really realize how low these things' health are, because you have like fucking your dinky broken sword. Oh yeah, they do that sometimes. I forgot about that. Sometimes they just kind of fucking go and sulk. That button I just hit does nothing unless you pick up your father's sword, which is the way the game checks if you actually picked it up. You can get over here and kill all these enemies with the broken sword, but then if you hit that button nothing happens and there's no way to progress. I feel like it's worth mentioning that if you continue on, there's still another screen. And you can't do anything on the screen. I can die if I'm not careful. Fortunately, these enemies kind of take turns attacking you. Oh yeah, parrying still does half a damage point. Oh fuck. I died. Checkpoint is at the father's death area. Sorry about that. Sorry for dying. I could have just beaten the level if I wanted to. I was a little ahead of myself, and I took more damage than I was expecting. It's quite traditional in Fire Emblem games, I didn't even mention. Or I never even thought about it till recently. But the main character's dad, like, always dies. The only exception is, like... I'm pretty sure Eliwood lives. Pretty sure Eliwood grows to a ripe old age. In Fire Emblem 6. Crom's dad is dead before the start of the game, even. Eliwood's father dies. Albert. Later. Whoa! It interrupted me from the beat the level animation. Did not know that could happen. Also, this is level 8, not 9. Yeah, Lucina's dad is actually technically dead. The person who technically sired Lucina is dead. This snake is the stupidest enemy in the entire game. It will crawl towards this wall, and then it will get stuck because it doesn't know what to do, and it doesn't have an animation to turn around or anything. Die. If you leave the map and come back, the snake will turn around. This level is actually insanely cool. This used to be my favorite level in the game. I don't know what it is now. Probably level 13. See how I used the parry there because I was dumb and I ran too close to it? The parry enabled me to hit it really quickly. Fuck! That was close. I don't remember what happened to Marth's dad. I don't remember the storyline of Shadow Dragon, and I never played 1. Hayden, or whatever, died in front of his kids. Grail died in front of Ike. Makai's parents, I'm pretty sure, are dead. Parents dying is just an excellent motivation in video games. That was a cool horse I just passed. This is a health upgrade that I did not know about for a very long time. Behind this rock, if you hit shift, which is the drink potion button, you will drink a health upgrade. Marth was his own dad. I don't know if that's canon. Is that canon? I almost believe that. A chasm. There's literally nothing you can do to get across this chasm. So who is Marth's dad? Did he die? Hector dies. I don't know how the fuck Hector dies. I don't know who could possibly kill Hector with arm odds. But he died somehow. Hector dies in the storyline of Fire Emblem 6. I like to do this part really carefully because it kind of sucks if you mess up. I think Hector could take Zeph. You only get one chance at all this. If you fall down, there's no way back up. Ta-ta! I would die for a Fire Emblem game set before 7. Let's keep having prequels. I want Marcus as a young, plucky cavalier. Maybe like a young Wallace with hair. Or maybe like a Sophia who looks exactly the same. I'm trying to think of cool things that could be in the game. A young... what's his name? What's the name of the... Wrath's father? I'm getting fucked up by this bird, man. Yeah, let's play as Uther. Uther would be cool. Yeah, Dan. Young Dan. Young Dan would be cool. I think from here you can do a running jump and land on this platform. Oh no, I didn't break it. Boom. Killed that guy. You do not want to forget hitting this button. You will have a bad time if you forget to hit that button. What other, like, young characters or parents could we have? I don't remember if you're supposed to jump across this. I jumped across it. I did not die. I never take this path. There's a blade trap behind you. It sucks if you miss it. If you don't realize it's there. I never actually beat this level the way the game intends you to. I always take the shortcut, but you miss out on a health potion if you do that. But I usually don't care about health potions by this point anyway, because I've already got the maximum threshold of health. I'm trying to kill an enemy that I can't even fucking see. Young Penton Louise. That would be good. What do you mean, what happened to Lindis? Her parents died before the game even takes place. Enemy spawned behind me. I sure hope he doesn't stay spawned. Ah. Fuck! That turnaround animation happened automatically. Because the game detected an enemy behind me. Sometimes one enemy spawns, sometimes two. I think it's based on how far from the wall you are when you kill the enemy. Oh, you mean what happened to Lindis in 6? Yeah, Lindis just isn't in 6 at all. She was just fully added. I like to think of her as the canon wife of Hector. But this point is not actually addressed in the sequel. Fuck, I bumped against the wall and I was holding up forward. Harkin and Isadora. There's a lot of fan love of those two. I don't mind them, but like, I don't understand what their crazy popularity is. I don't know why everyone likes Harkin and Isadora. So it's just gonna take a lot of tries, isn't it? Yeah, I know they're lovers, but what's with the fan love of them? I don't mean like why does everyone OTP them because they're actually like a canon OTP. But like, oh, later, Mesogon. Oops, that actually opens a door I need to open. Why does everyone like them as characters? Like they're both... Harkin's okay. Isadora's kind of bad. Harkin is more... Harkin's Brave Sword is more useful than Harkin himself. Raven outclasses Harkin kind of badly. I would argue that even Carol is kind of better than Harkin. Dorcas even younger. I'd be okay with that. A young Fargus, maybe. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Let's hope I don't activate the same glitch. Fuck, I activated the same glitch. Unfortunately, it, like, moved me automatically. Okay, I'm just gonna kill that guy. That guy who, like, spawns behind me. This is unfortunate. Alright. I've never seen that glitch before. I'm getting kind of fucked. Alright, I'm still alive. I'm pretty sure this is the run. I don't like young Jafar. I don't think Jafar becomes interesting till Nino enters the picture. We could have Nino's parents. This is just gonna be the level that takes 1,000,000 tries. Now I've got to kill 2 enemies with very little health. I'm like tempted to restart now just to save myself some time because I don't think I can do it. Dosla? Wrong game. Who are you referring to? Dosla's Sacred Stones. Oh fuck. That's bad. Hello? Oh my god, he's glitched. Well, that helps. Alright. We're looking pretty bad for health. But that's alright. That's alright. Oh fuck, is that alright? Is there a way to make it down there without dying? I don't think there is. If I just fall, I don't think I fall on that platform. I think I fall into the spikes. Alright, I didn't die. I need to keep fighting people. Oh. Fuck. How many of them are there? Oh my lord. I'm not gonna grab that health potion because I don't need it. There's a far greater target. Oh god, Prince, no. Wow, that actually worked. Pre-Scar, Vida, and Heath. Vida is actually one of my favorite characters. Fire Emblem Heroes, where he plays all the legends. Oh shit, I failed to make it. That's almost Fire Emblem Awakening DLC. Are there like a shit ton of characters in the DLC? Sarah, you probably played the DLC, right? How does that all work? I know that there's like a lot of characters in the DLC that are recruitable and join unequipped, but I've never seen like face animations for them. Do they just have generic faces or what? I honestly don't know how you're supposed to complete this room. You just fall and take damage. I don't know if you can push enemies into this. You don't like push enemies enough in this game. We'll never find out. Are they faces in the animations of like Awakening? Why have I never seen the animations of like any character? Do they all have like redesigns? Wow, why'd I even go over here? I could have just fallen down. I guess the health potion. I do not remember what's down here. That looks like an area I don't want to go to. Ooh. Yeah, I'd like to see you follow me, asset. I know, like, I've seen portraits of, like, Ike and Micaiah, but aren't there, like, generics, too? Or not generics, but, like, aren't there, like, you know, non-lord, non-important characters that are also recruitable? Like, I've seen most of the portraits of the lords. I know that Ike has, like, a sword for an arm, and everyone's like, what's going on? Why did they design Ike like this? There's a really random little area up here that doesn't do anything. You cannot get that potion! You cannot get that potion! I don't know why that's up there. There's literally no way to get that. It's confused me for years. Which Peg sisters? Like, the Florina ones? There's like a lot of Peg sisters. Oh, like, Sheeta and stuff. Est, right? She's one of them. But can you get Sarah? Look. If you forgot to hit that button, you will become brutally aware of it right now. It's Sheeta, Est, and who? Florina as a breakaway from the Sheeta style character, because she actually has like halfway good strength. The Sheeta normally has like complete garbage strength, right? It's like a million of every stat except strength, and then strength is shit. Sheeta's growth for strength is like 20% or something, isn't it? It's like something really bad. There's a bug here. I'm going to be exploiting it. Is Rutger in it? I never ever use Rutger because I think he looks like a try-hard fag. But I hear that Rutger is actually like the best character in Fire Emblem 6, or one of. I hear that he's super amazing and he even outshines Phil, who I thought was super amazing. He does not shine Phil in supports though. And I hear that Clarine Rutger is like a super OP pairing. That's the easiest way I found to do that, and it's actually quite reliable. That's the checkpoint on the level, so now it's all fun stuff. There's a hidden pressure plate here that closes this door. There's a hidden button that holds down that pressure plate so it doesn't function. I just called it a button. It's not a button, it's a pressure. It's a loose plate. There's a quick way down here that you're pretty much forced to use by falling here, and jumping through here, and doing a running jump. Oh yeah, I forgot. You actually don't have time to do a running jump there. Fortunately, that's the checkpoint. That's really obnoxious too, because like you'll always fall to that exact position. Who else does Rutger support with besides Clarine? I won't make it. If you're really quick there, or do like there's some strats you can do to climb without having to kill all these guys. There's 4 of them. I think I just swapped enemies, yeah. These are quite difficult enemies, and they're the first human enemies you ever fight. If you have experience in Prince of Persia 1, they're not too bad, because they're about as hard as the late enemies in that game. But if you've never played Prince of Persia 1, like, you probably don't even know parrying's a feature in this game. And all of a sudden, like, you're fighting non-human enemies the entire game, and then all of a sudden you're fighting, like, fucking super hard human enemies, and it's just like, you might not know how to fight them. That's another checkpoint, I think, getting to this map. I know that Fire Emblem 6, like, lives or dies on its supports, because, like, a lot of the characters are kind of shitty. You know one thing that really bothers me about Fire Emblem 6? The lack of defenses in the game. Just the general defense of physical units and the resistance of magical units is lower. But then also, units that are physical get like no resistance ever. And units that are magical get like no defense ever. So it's like every single unit gets fucked up by every enemy unit of the other type. It's like, why do they do it like this? Heaven forbid forbid Barth and his resistance. Already Armor Knights have pretty shitty resistance. Barth resistance starts at like, I think 2, and it has a 2% growth rate. That's a pretty cool trap up there. I'll get killed by one later just to show off. This is kind of a godlike little map. So when you jump across here, the gate's closed. That tile falls the entire level. And this is a tall level. And when it hits the ground at the bottom, the gate opens. Normally I do both paths of level 13, but I'm not really in the mood today. I kind of want to watch some Third Strike before I go to sleep. So I think I'm just going to do one path and beat the game pretty quickly. There's still... oh fuck. I just missed my chance to do the short path. Do I have a load of this level? This is level 12, I'm pretty sure. I just gave myself an extra 2 minutes. There's a lot of cool stuff in this level, but I've played through this game for YouTube before. Oh yeah, that. Oh, I did it again. That one you can actually correct. You just need a very precise jump here. And then you need to fall down, but not straight down, because there's another pressure plate that closes them. It's actually a very tricky room. I too miss generals with chain lances. It's just not my day, is it? Couldn't generals use... yeah, generals could use swords, couldn't they? In Sacred Stones? That was kind of weird. Generals have like moved to being like a sword class. I don't know what they were in old Fire Emblems. But they've gone back and forth. This room is kind of godlike. I just failed it. You can drop those tiles on that guy and he'll die. It's alright because I never need to come back this way, because this game has been heavily redesigned. The generals like used to be a sword class too. I find the transformation of generals to be very weird. This room has been massively redesigned from the original game. This is cool. There's a unique green potion here. If you drink it, a genie pops out. And he walks away. And he opens the door. Thanks, genie. What was the third promotion of generals in Radiant Dawn? I don't think I ever got one. I never used any of the generals in that game. Holy shit, did Braum take a level in badass between Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Oh yeah, let's go down here. Down here there is a little trap, if you will. There's one of these things. That door to the left cannot be opened. I just thought I'd bring that up. Yeah, Marshall. Did they get anything? A lot of the third promotions didn't really get anything interesting. A lot of them got stuff that they already got as like second tier promotions in Path of Radiance. And then their initial promotion would do nothing. That was kind of a piss off. They didn't need to do that. There's a very specific spot you can stand in to get cheese kills on all these guys. This is one of the cleverest levels in all video games, in my opinion, which is why it's usually my favorite level these days. No additional enemy spawned. This guy has quite a lot of health, and if you stay on this map for even a very small amount of time, 2 more enemies spawn. That gate's closing, that's important. I need to open that gate or else I won't be able to make it in time. Again, the gate timer starts counting down from... Damn. I failed to land on the button. Damn, you just jumped right over the button from where I'm standing. Alright, let's go here. There we go. Now it's important to do what I just did, because otherwise you don't have enough time to get up here. You only barely have enough time if you do it perfectly. I wonder if anyone's ever made Meg into a general or a marshal. I'm wondering that only in pretend, because I know that everyone has used every character in every Fire Emblem game. Who's the worst Fire Emblem character? The worst Fire Emblem character I've ever played in any game I played, was Sophia. Because not only is she really, really bad as soon as you get her, but also she's this guy's giving me problems. Also, she's useless, like, against the kind of enemies you fight later on, or immediately after you get her. And then, not long after you get her, she becomes useless because only Roy and Faye can even do anything to certain enemies. So you see that poster in the back? I just called it a poster. You see that monolith in the back? He who would steal the flame must die. That's actually a very clever puzzle. Remember those words for a second here. Enemies might be infinite here. Do not care to find out. Later, hater. There's a health potion, but I don't need it. There's the flame, and here's its attendant or whatever. If you go and touch the flame, you die. He who would steal the flame must die. It will kill you. It will incinerate you if you touch it. I'm right before a checkpoint, so I could show it off. I'm not right before. I'd have to fight all those bird-headed guys again. Rolf is quite good. Rolf and Radiant Dawn might be worse. Rolf is quite good. Like, yeah, Shinnon's usually as good as Rolf is, but both of them are pretty useful in the games that they're in. And, like, Shinnon might have, like, about the same stats by the end of when you level both of them up, but you have Rolf a lot longer. Anyway, that puzzle was he who would steal the flame must die. What you actually have to do is allow yourself to get killed, because the alternate understanding of he who would steal the flame must die is if you want to steal the flame, you have to die. All trainees are garbage. Get out. Stop. 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 Wait, what trainees? The only trainees I'm aware of are the Fire Emblem 8 ones, of which 2 are OP as fuck. Here's that health upgrade. That's a trap, that health upgrade. No. Oh yeah, every single guard now like stops and bows to you when they see you, which is kind of cool. All the doors lead to the same place. Ross is either OP or normal, depending on how his speed turns out, and the other 2 are completely retarded. Amelia's final class is broken no matter what it is. She can take all 3 of her options, and she's fucking retarded. She can even go into Great Knight from either side and still be retarded. Although I think the Knight to Great Knight is a little better than the Cavalier to Great Knight, if I recall correctly. Here's level 14. I just beat level 14. Level 14 is 2 maps. Berserker Ross is really good. Hero Ross is pretty good. A lot of people don't like Warrior Ross, but I think that Warrior Ross is really good. I like Warriors a lot. Most people kind of don't like them. There's literally nothing indicating that that's what you have to do. I'll get to that mechanic in a minute. That mechanic is just bad. This entire final level is kind of bad. It's very strange. I kind of like it because of how strange it is, but like it's kind of poor from a like programming standpoint. There's nothing telling you what to do. These guys will attempt to kill you, but if you're the blue Shadow Prince, you will not die. Amelia's... I usually like Amelia as a Great Knight, because she has similar move to all your other units. And, she's got a good variety of weapons and, like, caps that work well with her stats. General works pretty well because of her, like, kind of shrug defense. Cavalier, I mean, Paladin works pretty well because, you know, it's just kind of, it's arguably the most useful of the 3 classes in general. Oops, I fell. So here you have to chase Jafar around, and you have a unique command that only appears in this map where you can throw your fucking fire at him. But you have to get a good shot lined up, which I'm about to do right now. There are faster ways to kill him. Die, motherfucker. Alright, I did a lot of the last level stuff without really explaining anything. That's a bug. I've never seen that before. Sorcerer's spell. Oh god, it's like, it's killing the text. That's a shame. Summoners are good. Or rather, there's only 2 potential summoners. Getting huge! Damn that con. Damn those stats. Give her the boots, though. She kept every stat, except move. Summoners... The only 2 potential summoners are Ewan and, what's his name? Noel. And Noel is... The way that summoners work, I think that summons are based on, like, your con or something really weird. But Noel has, for whatever reason, better summons than Ewan does. So Ewan is kind of better off as a druid. Or, you know, a sage or a... What else can he be? A mage knight? I like him as sage or druid. I think those are the best ones. Druid has a really high magic cap. I think it's the only class with magic cap 30. So druid's like a good class for him. Is there another one with magic cap 30? Damn, this is just bugged. It's not fixing. Oh, there it goes. Anyway, let's load up the final level and explain some shit. Actually, let's load up level 10, which is the first level where things get stupid. So here's me. I'm the prince. Oh, Loot is a sage, has magic cap 30. So there's a trick trap. That's good because Loot will actually like cap magic. From level 10 onwards, you can shed your body and become a shadow. And you will no longer activate traps or, like, you can still activate pressure plates. This is kind of glitchy. I don't think you're supposed to go over here. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold, holy shit. You lose a bunch of your health to be able to do that. In fact, you can't do it at all. Unless you have a shit ton of health. Oh, you can't activate traps, you just have to jump. I didn't actually want to come down here. You cannot take damage and you cannot die. All falls do no damage to you. All, like, traps go right through you. Enemies do not even acknowledge your presence. And also, you can just walk through doors. So, the shadow is kind of OP. Here's an enemy. They'll react to sounds you make, but they won't ever aggro, no matter what you do. Oh, cool, there's an animation for that. Glad we learned something. The shadow cannot beat the level. You have to, like, go into the prince's body to beat the level. You can go as the shadow and then, like, kill every enemy in the level and then get back into the prince's body, which is something I didn't even show. You can fall back into the prince's body. Yeah, see how I just fell enough to take damage? But I didn't actually take damage. The shadow cannot take damage. There's that weird potion that you can never get. Here's a guy. Hitboxes. I downloaded a movie for us to watch during Spooks Day. You're gonna like it, I think. Anyway, Shadow cannot go through doors. Let's check out some other stuff the Shadow can do. Oh yeah, but it consumes all your health to transform into the Shadow one time. And once again, there's an infinite number of health upgrades, but they're all in the final level of the game. And that's because you had to turn into the Shadow in the final level of the game, and if you don't have enough health upgrades, you're fucked. Okay, I know what I should do. I don't need to open gates to, like, run through them. Nothing can stop the Shadow. The Shadow can still drink potions, but it's kind of irrelevant, because he can't take damage. So remember that area the genie walked off to? Let's go there. There's a lot of doors you can never ever open that you can just kind of bypass as the Shadow. It's fucking nothing. There's nothing over here. Let's show off some more glitchiness. Let's drink the genie. I'm pretty sure that the genie doesn't activate if you're the Shadow. Yeah, just gone. RIP the genie. Can't beat the level though. Alright, here's something kind of funny to show off. Let's first of all activate this pressure plate, because the Shadow cannot destroy pressure plates. Whoa, what happens if I leave the prince's body over there? Does it have room to fall? Oh, I fell inside the gate. I can just trap myself in here, that's really neat. There's nothing in here. It's just a cosmetic little room. Yeah, I'm trapped. GG no re. Let's load up the level again. Anyway, I wanted to show off this. This is pretty funny. Oh, down here, there's nothing except one of those little crush things. The Shadow can't die, right? So what happens when he gets crushed? You still die. I think in the original version of the game I had, that didn't happen. I'm gonna show off something kind of interesting in this level that most people don't know exists. I'm pretty sure I remember where it is. I'm just gonna use the Shadow to quickly kill everyone. Which might not even work. No, I'll just show this. I'll use the Shadow to even show it off. I don't need to actually activate it or anything. Actually, I might need the Shadow. Oh, fuck. No. I'm gonna be real pissed if I get a cold. Oh yeah, if you get to be the Shadow and you try and like touch the flame, it doesn't do anything. You can't just steal the flame like that. So down here is a map most no one ever goes into. There's a tile that you can break. By the way, the Shadow does not have any weight and thus cannot break tiles. Oh shit. No, cannot break tiles. Even if you, like normally if you jump 3 times, a tile will break. Oh yeah, that's there too. Just to kill you. But even if I jump 3 times, I don't think the Shadow can make the tile break. But what you can do there is accidentally activate that thing while drinking the green potion, and then the green potion is a slow fall. which allows you to fall slowly into that hole that you create from that tile. Well, that's buggy. The game just bugged out. And my Alt-L isn't working, so I can't load up the final level. So at the end of level 14, at the end of level 13, you steal the flame, and anytime after you steal the flame, including at the very end of level 13, you can do that thing that I just did to turn into the flame shadow instead of the regular ash shadow. I think my game's frozen.